Republican State Senator Yana Myrdal, who sponsored the bill last session that banned abortion in the state, says she was shocked at the decision made by Justice Romanick. She says most of this was Romanick's personal opinion.
I think Judge Romanick, who I think is going to retire soon, is going to go into retirement having done probably one of his last cases, if not his most important case, absolutely false and wrongly.
Democratic House Minority Leader Zach Ista says he was glad that the court ruled in favor of women's freedom and fairness. He says the court was spot on when it said our individual rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness demand that it's women, and not the government or politicians, who get to make choices of what women do with their own bodies.
I think that this is what the North Dakota State Constitution demands, just like the court wrote in its opinion. And I think when you go back and look at what the North Dakota Supreme Court said when it first addressed this issue when the trigger ban came into effect, they are likely to agree with this.
On whether this decision means that abortion clinics can move back into North Dakota, Myrdal says this will be appealed by the Attorney General. She says she hopes that the Supreme Court in North Dakota will see that this was legislated from the bench.
I can't see that the Supreme Court won't overturn his ruling. It would be very unusual if it didn't. So the fight is still on.
Ista, on the other hand, is more optimistic that the court's opinion will stand despite an appeal and that clinics will be able to move back into the state.
But I do think if this opinion stands and that we reinstate the protections of Roe versus Wade, that yes, we will see reproductive health care clinics come back to the state, rather.
Myrdal says she can't speak for other Republicans, but she is not planning any future abortion legislation in the 2025 legislative session. Ista says he hopes when lawmakers come back for the next session, they can stop this assault on women's reproductive freedom.